Corey Feldman loves playing music, and society loves Corey Feldman. Yet, whenever Corey Feldman plays music in society, we all find ourselves collectively going, "What the?" And he's been at it for quite some time. The most recent collective example of this was the Today Show performance of a song called Go For It in 2016. Backed with his band, The Angels, an all-female outfit dressed in literal angel costumes, a hooded Feldman danced erratically, growled lyrics about rejecting those, tarnishing and abolishing you, urged us all to go for it, and mugged the camera in a way that made everyone who was just previously having a laugh at the killer moves suddenly feel a little uneasy. Really, what trip was Corey on here? It got so much attention it kind of became an instant meme, and he had to address it during another public appearance on The Talk. But to Corey, the haters just didn't get it. He thought the performance went well, other than a few little missed details. That's pretty much what any seasoned musician who just got off stage and had neither a train wreck set nor the greatest set of their life will tell you. And that's just it. Corey's been doing this for a long time. Long enough to get the chance to find and cultivate his sound, explore the sonic paths he wants to, and figure his thing out. According to him, we just don't get it. And he doesn't really seem to care, other than he also does seem to want to find his audience and climb the charts and experience success. It puts him in an odder yet position. He doesn't need financial spoils or fame. He's already Corey Feldman. And yet, you can't buy musical artistic favorability. In fact, I don't even think he would want that. I think, like any artist, he wants to be wanted. So why doesn't it land with most people?
Get it. All she wanna do is twerk.
I could take the easy route and just say, well, I mean, look at this, but in this case, what is this? Here we have the music video for the song from the Today Show, which is off a 2016 double album called Angelic to the Core. This is essentially a low-effort amalgamation of a bunch of the tropes of pop culture from not even exactly 2016, but the recent wake of pop culture years preceding 2016. You've got a visual aesthetic, fedora aside, that's kind of like a club banger, pop starlet set piece in a dark, smoky environment with colorful accent lighting mixed with a little carny and burlesque flavor just shot in some nondescript warehouse location. Sonically, you've got a raspy Corey spitting quick bars over a grimy verse aided by some angelic vocals on a hook that's aiming for party anthem paired with random dubstep bass and half-cooked breakdown sections. And to top it all off, Snoop Dogg, who does not appear in the video. The influences are all thrown together rapidly, and the result is a sonic melange that's a bit overwhelming. There's also a video for the album's lead-off track, Ascension Millennium. They definitely just made this one at Corey's house. I wouldn't be surprised if the Angels didn't even know they were making a video when they woke up that day. Kind of even seems like some other event might have been going on, and since there were people around, Corey was just like, hey, this is perfect, house party vibes, let's shoot. The song's lyrics are about a feeling of ascension from inside you, calling you to be the best you can be. Joy, peace, love, and transcendence. A posse banger. Vocoder backing vocals. Corey's guttural growls atop. I don't want to bring up Michael Jackson too much in this video, but that growling thing. It's a symptom of this whole MJ impersonation that is yet another facet of Corey's own musical Salmagundi. I'm sure he'd call it influence, but it's really a perfect example of impersonation versus influence. I mean, here he is doing it again in yet another video from this album for the song Duh. This song is obviously meant to be a playful goof, a romp, if you will. It even features a part where Corey raps, but then in a moment of possible self-awareness derails the whole rap and mumbles about how he's the best rapper in the whole world.
I forgot my lines, but I'm gonna remember in a minute because I'm the best rapper ever in the whole wide world. Okay, ready? This time it's gonna be the right way. Let me figure it out. Hold on, I think I got this. And 1, 2, 3.
I think, to a degree, Corey is aware of a great deal of the ridiculousness going on, yet also not fully cognizant of what he is aware of. But moments like these can seem like maybe an internal reaction to him processing what objectivity he can. Like, okay, we're all gonna laugh about this. And like, yeah, but also like, no, dude. Let's move on to a couple of songs from his most recent album, which is confusing as a release because his new album is disc 4 of a box set re-release of his first album, 1994's Love Left. That's disc 1, with brand new modern remixes. Then, all those same songs as instrumentals, that's disc 2. Then a disc of old rarities, demos, and live stuff, that's disc 3. Then, the new album, from 2022, Love Left 2, Arm Me With Love, is disc 4. It's so confusing that if you're not deep diving this stuff, you wouldn't even register there's a new studio album in all that. The 2 video singles actually go in wildly different directions, with this one, Comeback King, going for a pretty heavy hip-hop influence, complete with West Coast whistles and a sparse beat featuring an occasional piano tinkling. The lyrics are typical posturing bravado. If you're gonna swing, better make it sting, 'cause I'm the comeback king. A lot of Corey's lyrics deal with people putting him down. Then the songs come out and people put him down. I can't help but feel like there's a greater, more universal negative feedback loop at hand.
When I'm gone, send a scene like a blank screen. You can never count me out. You were something I thought I never really wanted.
Anyway, the other single, Without You, is like a modern pop rock mainstream alternative radio kind of sentimental number. It does feature some great singing from bed.
Loving you for eternity.
Though, it seems like a completely out of place track to put on the same album as Comeback King. That's just it. Corey's catalog is like wildly scanning a radio dial of both genre and time. However, never do we ever lock properly and honestly into the genres. Again, that difference between impersonation and influence. I fully believe Corey Feldman loves music and plays it with love. But I think what draws him to music is what he sees from the perspective he himself knows. The celebrity, the star machine, the glitter of all of these different genres. Yet the actual artists and musicianship of whatever genres he dabbles in are not deeply consumed by him and thus not providing influence. So the result is this kind of sonic simulacrum. It swims like a duck, it quacks like a duck, but
I promise you, I'm gonna be loving you for eternity.
So, in these decades of Corey jams, is there anything worthwhile? Well, I do think if you go back in time, the results strangely get better. Before the albums we just discussed, there were 2 albums with his band, The Truth Movement, which I'm pretty sure is just Corey, that I think we can skip. And before those were 2002's album, Former Child Actor, and the already mentioned original edition of Love Left from 1994. Neither featured any music videos, at least that I can find. But from the Former Child Actor album, we have this 1992 performance of the song What's Up With the Youth. Now, this is already a lot more poppin', though it's probably guilty of all the same stuff I was just talking about. We do get kind of a tasty Janet Jackson type groove and an actual atmosphere of fun.
What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth? What's up with the youth?
Possibly because this just worked better with the time period, that time period being of this performance, 1992, but by the time the song actually came out, 10 years later, not so much at all. Then, going back even further, we have 2 rarity cuts from the 80s that actually are featured on disc 3 of that newest album. Remember, disc 3 is the rarities, demos, and live. This first rarity from '86 is a song called Runaway, and while it has a great basic '80s drum machine groove, it doesn't really go anywhere. But I'd still say as a curio, this is more compelling and fun than pretty much all of the studio album material that came to follow. But then we hit the second rarity, and that is a song called Something in Your Eyes. Let's listen briefly to this performance from '89.
Something's going on. I know it's something strong.
Now, this one was recorded for the movie Dream a Little Dream and originally released on a 45, is a co-write with Michael Damian, and seemed to get an actual studio production of the era. And I swear, if you stop looking at Corey and just listen to this thing, or even throw some synthwave video loop backdrops against it, this song actually works. I mean, this has everything modern synthwavers are trying to do intentionally. The goofy wailing sax, the chorusy, clean, chimey 80s guitars, vocals by a dude who loves 80s jams but isn't the best singer in the world, and most importantly, an actually legitimate, fun, good hook. It's not the best hook in the world either, but it gets a solid thumbs up. I'm guessing we could thank Michael Damian for that one. But yeah, this song is Corey Feldman's sleeper hit, and I guarantee if you sneak this onto a playlist at any 80s themed party or similar scenario, people unprompted will go, wait, what is this? And then go, Corey Feldman, no way. And since the song is actually released digitally now, track 2 of disc 3 of Love Left 2.1, you can actually perform this experiment and see. I'll link the song in the description. So, on this long train ride of Feldman jams throughout the years, we actually do have one hidden gem, and it's all the way back where it all began. I really feel like if Corey could lock into more of this, there could still be some bass hits ahead of him. Out of the gates with a solid swing and a miss. The one-hit wonder that never was and maybe should have been. Corey Feldman still swings on to this day.